Hola amigos, welcome to Life for Living Well channel. Please subscribe to keep the channel going. You can also check us out by visiting our website on www.lifeforlivingwell.com. Sit down and enjoy the helpful topic for this week. Hey, welcome back to another episode for Life for Living Well. I hope you are well. My name is Richard, and the topic I have for us this week, I call it Power of Preparation. But before I dive into the podcast this week, I wanted to say if you do like to know more about Life for Living Well community, you can check us out on our website at www.lifeforlivingwell.com. If you also like to write directly to me, you can send your email to info@lifeforlivingwell.com, or you can fill the contact me on our website and I'll surely get back to you. However, if you decided that you want me to check the email that I probably pick up more, you can write directly to lifeforlivingwell@gmail.com. So let's get started. So, what's the best way to keep the positive energy we have toward the end of last year, continuing 2022, and beginning to smash in every obstacle on our way? Is to dive into totally different topic that I believe that may be able to help one or two people going forward in 2022. So let's get started. I call it power of preparation. Abraham Lincoln once said, if you give him 6 hours to chop down a tree, he will spend the first 4 hours just sharpening the axe. So this power of preparation. So what he says is that when you prepare enough, when the opportunity comes, you'll be able to be the best to take advantage of it. Every day opportunity comes, the one that is obvious to us, and the one that is not obvious to us. And what happens most of the time is our mind is not there, and worst case scenario, we are not prepared. It was the same man that known to say that I shall study and prepare, and one day my chance will come. And the truth of this is go beyond academic preparation, but we know that the difference when the hardworking students work hard, study hard, prepare well, they tend to do much better than the genius that didn't do anything. So when you put your resources, your energy in preparation, you're bound to boost your confidence, you're bound to knock the door that you firstly afraid to do so. So we want to examine power of preparation in this particular podcast. So let's begin. Many times, there is a micro difference in achieving success and failures. So the tiny difference between the success and the failures is the preparation. And preparation may take a lot of work, and that's why a lot of people don't do it. Benjamin Franklin once said that opportunity shows its face and clothes in hard work, and many people avoid it. But if you just do beyond that, you might be able to unlock the doors that you've been knocking in 2021 and 2022. Perhaps it is fundamentally flawed to look at it in a simplistic view like this. Maybe it's just go beyond tiny micro difference. But what is so surreal and real is amount of preparation people put into things and how it come out. Sometimes it took my breath away when I watch a creative gymnastic individual, and this very common when I actually walk in the park in my area and I saw young people with skating board. The crazy stuff they do with that skating board, you'll be amazed amount of hours they put into it without getting paid for it. Firstly, they enjoy what they are doing, and they continue to do it every day, every time, and they spend lots of hours to it. So it's becoming like their skating board is glued to their feet. They make it look so simple, but it's an hour of crafting of time into it. You cannot underestimate the power of preparation, which may include many things, such as gathering an information, assimilating that information, examining that information, evaluating it, learning new things. You wanted to know a different thing that you've never done before, learning about it, practice and practice and practice and practice and practice. You want to have a confidence to talk to a stranger, open a conversation, regardless of how shaky you feel. I is the simplest word, but I can tell you that many people find it difficult to say that to a stranger. So, how do you prepare yourself? Another way of doing that is following the mentoring and focus on growth. In my personal experience, running a marathon without adequate preparation leads to pains throughout the race. It's like you felt like you have nothing inside of you. You have a nasty headache. Your thoughts, so many thoughts was rushing to your mind. Why you are doing this to your body, why you are doing this to yourself. Half a mile, you already feel tired. So it takes a lot, but you give excessive of your resources, because in the times of race, there is no adequate preparation for it. And if I compare to the race that I actually prepare for, it's so much different. You reach your flow point and you are flowing like a butterfly flowing in the wind. You become more lighter. At the end of the race, you also feel much better about everything. Your recovery time is quicker. You no longer carry migraine for a few hours a day. The next day, you're already back to it, walking with that feet. It's still sore, but it's not as painful and disrupting your activities for the whole week. So the body is flow state with ease, and then comes with even greater benefit in the short and long time. So this only happens when you put your body into adequate preparation and you prepare your body today. So when you actually do the race, you see it as another training, and it's no longer complaining that you're pushing it hard. So the NOAA principle typify a mission of preparation. You imagine you live in a place that is never rain. You don't even know what is rain. And someone told you that a thunderous of water is going to come down and it's going to cause a massive flood, and everything you know will no longer exist. And they give you in a dream to build an ark. You know how more jokes, how more fun your neighbor will make of you. Just imagine, do things where you live right now and do things that's contrary to understanding of everyone around you. Maybe you living like a caveman in the cold weather. People make laugh and jokes about you that you're going to freeze yourself dead. So you imagine how Noah had to perseverance, bearing all these abuses and jokes from the other people, because they are talking from what they can say. What they can say is they live in a desert. It's never rain, and such a things never happen, and they never know any other part of the world that's happened before. So it's okay. It's understanding why they make fun of him. They think he's losing his mind. But imagine that Noah doesn't listen, according to the scripture story, and he only started building the ark when it started raining. He won't be able to survive, and the other lives that he's managing to keep their life safe. So the power of preparation, he prepared for the storm before it comes. He built the ark. So the same thing in all areas of our life. So when we prepare a lot, we get the reward that I call compound interest. Every time you embrace a good habit, every time you embrace learning, you also gain something positive in return. Every time you engage in a negative behavior, you also gain something in a negative way. So Isaac Newton taught law to say to every action there's equal and opposite reaction. So when you prepare enough, you are creating a room for yourself to make or create an opportunity. Scripture talk about Noah building an ark in anticipation of storm and flood. Imagine he had to wait until the rain and storm befell his people. It might be too late then. One man that appreciated preparation both in mind and behavior is Abraham Lincoln. Throughout his life, he does not have a lot of privileges that some people are in his own time, but he created it. He used that limited resources that he has to use it as a motivation to create it for himself. Perhaps it takes a great deal of effort and time to train oneself about interested discipline. So you want to learn how to play guitar. It's not something you say, I'm going to learn it in a week. And if I don't pick it up in a week, I'm going to give it up. You might be the person that have to learn it for 25 weeks, but you only prepare for 1 week. So what happened to the remaining 24 weeks? So you give up before you pick up a new passion that might actually open the door to more doors for you. So one of his famous quotes stated by Abraham Lincoln is this: I will study and get ready, and someday my chance will come. Every day opportunity comes in different shapes and sources, and hardly many people take advantage of it because you don't say it. If you don't prepare, there's no way your heart, your mind will be open to take opportunity of it. Even the setback, even the stress thing could actually be an opportunity for growth if you say it that way. But if you prepare yourself, like someone going to the muscle, going to the gym, and then their physique begin to transform based on the amount of effort they put into it. The same thing in our relationship, the same thing in our money, the same thing with our money, the same thing in our career. We always try to seek for recognition, but I think the best thing we should focus our energy with is to do something recognizable and then you're so good that they cannot ignore you anymore. But it comes from preparing, and preparation can come in different forms. It could be reading more about the industry that you work in, taking more training in the area that you're lacking, be honest about the whole thing, or it could be connecting more with your friends and family that you never done before. So these are the things that prepare us for things that are coming, because everything's interdependent to each other. The compound interest you get for one preparation might be not purposely or currently used for that preparation. It might be used for other things. It is lack of inadequate preparation or none, and they are unable to position themselves to the reward that associated with it. So when we are not prepared, when the opportunity comes, it is impossible to take advantage of it. We won't be able to do it because we are not prepared for it. So let's look at the few benefits of preparation. If you begin to prepare yourself, let's say you want to change your career in 4 years' time, not suddenly, in 1 year's time. What area of the career you want to go to? Why those areas of that career? What skill do you require to work in that field? Have you tried to practice it in your field, in your free time at home? Maybe you want to start a business. Maybe you don't have the confidence to go into it full time. Have you considered to be a part-time business owner? Something that you run on your weekends, or you run after you finish your day work? So no matter how you want to do it in this life, preparation will always set you affront, even beyond your talent. Because anytime the talent refuses to work hard work will beat it. Someone said that, and I think it's true, that when somebody have a talent and also amazingly have a good work ethics in preparation, in training, they stand out. They stand out. It's Brian Tracy that once said that be so good that they cannot ignore you. And that is also true. When you add more values to the people that you interacting with every day, either your family or your work colleagues or your employer or your business partner, it is impossible to overlook your contribution into the affairs of their business, of their life. But sometimes we let our entitlement, our self-grandiosity take ownership of what we're supposed to be doing. So let's look at the few advantages of preparation. Number one, your confidence will increase and you will have ability to get tasks done. Number two, you will quickly identify obstacles that are visible to the impediment of your goals. So you know that one area you are not really good at, and if you don't improve it, it might sabotage your end result. So what do? You spend time to improve this area, or you look for mentor to help you to quicker overcome that limitation. Number three, you begin to learn how to manage your resources in terms of reducing unnecessary waste in your vital and limited resources. So the thing that you don't have in abundance is amount of time and energy you have in a day. So you close up whatever wastage that you are doing, whether you spend more time on social media when you could be working on your pet project. Maybe you spend a lot of your time with people that drain your resources instead of become more wiser how you spend those time with those people, whether they're families, colleagues, or friends. So because you are done with the desire to continue to prepare for what you wanted to learn or do, you begin to manage your resources even much better than before. You're no longer go with the flow and say that let's see what happens. Number 4, you'll be able to learn a new thing with limited resistance. So you become more adaptable, you become more surrender, you become more open-minded in terms of growth, because the more you prepare, the more you understand the limitation you have by a particular area or field or discipline, and the more you decided to make the tough decisions and change the direction of travel. Lastly, above all, you become more aware of your strengths and weaknesses, which make you humble. So there will not be arrogant in your own space, because you know that when you see a musician making a best sound, or maybe you listen to a Shira and you know how much it takes to even play guitar, even though it make it look so simple, you appreciate it more. If you go into tough time and you arise from it, you have more compassion toward people that are already there, because you're no longer judging them, because you don't judge yourself. You become a human being. You no longer see yourself as superwoman being anymore. So preparation takes a large proportion in a successful person and seems to apply the principle to all parts of their life. I've never known any successful person that is not prepared. Part of their preparation is that they put a lot of their time in building their businesses. These are the people that focus more on ideas rather than talking about people, celebrity. You never see these people there. These days, people jump into big or small projects without considering how much of their resources are required. With preparation, we are more in charge with our emotions and behaviors. If you want to succeed one day, preparations are what you need to do right now. When an opportunity comes, it won't last long. So if you are not prepared and the opportunity comes, you might miss it. So I'm going to leave you this week with Benjamin Franklin quotation that said, by failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. So don't let that be your case. And if you'd like to read more about the resources that I used to put this podcast together this week, you can visit our website and see the further reading on this particular podcast, and you can also see the article relating to this podcast. So if you really enjoyed this podcast this week and you continue to support us, please share the link and give me a boost. If you would like to know more and any question, you can quickly just go to our website and drop me a line or contact me on the page. And thank you for your time, and thank you for listening to me this week. Have an amazing week, and please stay safe. Ciao, hasta luego. From everyone here, from Life for Living Well, we say hasta luego, amigos. Thank you for your time this week. May your rest of the week be safe and loving. Please subscribe to our channel to keep it going. And you can find more information on our website by visiting www.lifeforlivingwell.com. Goodbye.